Hey guys, welcome back to Thankfully Packed. My name is Chris, and today the plan is to hit up the big box shops, so Home Depot and Lowe's, and hopefully not buy anything. We'll see how that goes. Okay, first up, Home Depot, and in case you are just in too much suspense and you can't take it, I have to spoil it for you. I did not buy anything. I did stick to my plan, but I did still want to go in and just be among the plants, get my little serotonin, dopamine boost, whatever you want to call it. Home Depot was honestly looking pretty good today, I have to say it. So you got your ZZs, your cutie little monsteras, calathea, philodendron. This entire rack was $16.98, so $17 for a 6-inch plant that came with its own terracotta pot. Definitely love that. A nice little fiddly fig, probably the Bambino version. Some more philodendrons, it looks like. Some snake plants. ZZs, not bad at all. And look, all of these pothos. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, these tempted me. So we've got a Brazil, some, I guess you would call it satin pothos, but really it's just, a scindapsus. Lots of golden pothos as well. Really bright variegation too on those. Look how pretty that one is. Such a big leaf too. Pothos galore. If only I didn't already have, like 17 of them at home, I would definitely grab some of these. These were 6-inch hanging baskets for $15.98. Once again, not bad. This was a huge syngonium. I have no idea what kind of syngonium, but it was nice. Nice and bushy. I always look at this and I'll probably never own it, to be honest, but it's a Majesty Palm, $60. Absolutely gorgeous, but I just know it would not survive in the humidity at my house. My mom has a few of them where she lives in DR and they look amazing, but they're definitely a tropical plant for sure. And then I found this like random little plant right in the middle of a bunch of hay. I had to pick it up to see what it was and like what the heck was going on with it. So random. Honestly, I just put it right back. Now on to the main part, the main indoor section. They had a lot of big plants, which I was really like heavily considering. The beautiful money tree here for only 40 bucks. I'm fairly sure my little 4-inch one that was basically barely braided, very immature, was at least 12 or 15 bucks on its own. So that seemed like a great deal to me. A really big Dracaena, like this Dracaena was pretty tall. I mean, I don't know. To me it was tall, but it was 80 bucks. Honestly, again, not that bad. Am I like price blind right now? But this was big. Okay, I'm short by the way, but if it's taller than me, it's tall to me. Some crotons. Is anyone actually buying these? Because I did a little like poll on social media and about 90% of people said absolutely not to the crotons, but I always like to hear what people think. So anyways, this philodendron was gorgeous. Definitely on my wish list. Some more monsteras. I really need to get a monstera, you guys. Can you believe I only have the Swiss cheese? That's it. I don't have like the classic Deliciosa. You guys, please send help because why am I just now realizing that these plants were on sale? I see the sign. It says was $15.98, now is $9.88. But at the time, in the store, in person, I don't know, neurons weren't firing in my brain, things weren't connecting because I did not realize that these plants were only $10. I'm like beside myself right now. Anyways, moving on because I can't do anything about it now, but this is a really nice little Aglaonema. Again, another plant I don't own, but I think I should. This pink princess actually had really nice variegation and nice marbling, but a couple of the leaves were chopped up and I was very concerned about why that was. A different type of Aglaonema. There's a lot of plants I don't have, and I'm starting to think I'm missing out. Okay, and you guys, look at this. This was a $20 Epipremnum. I think you pronounce it Champs-Élysées. I don't know. I think it's French, but look at this plant. I feel like I've never ever seen this in the wild. It's only online and like listed for a lot of money, and I literally just put it back. Like, I'm kicking myself right now. But anyways, let's move on. I also came across this $25 for a bromeliad. Is that normal? I don't know. I don't own any and don't plan to get any anytime soon, but that seemed kind of excessive. Ugh, this always just drives me up a wall when they glue down the top dressing. How are you supposed to get it out of there? Some golden crocodiles that I really like, but this one was labeled Shangri-La Pothos, which was funny to me. Clearly mislabeled, or somebody just put it on there, but yeah, I think those were 20 bucks. Once again, I completely gloss over this for whatever reason, but that's a $20 lemon top epipremnum. Again, not something I usually see, so definitely would go back for it if I could. Then that's an albo epipremnum. Again, something I don't usually see, but I'm really glad that it's making its way into these big box stores because that just means it's going to become much more accessible for everybody. And if I can get that one on clearance, I'm getting it on clearance. I'm going to keep my eye out for that one for sure. Some pretty little begonias. Lots of little starter plants here. I love this section because you can get just the tiniest, cutest little baby plants and just grow them yourself. So it's really cute. And they're $6 each. So really cost effective, especially if you want to get a variety of plants. I love this section so much. Little bonsai for 12 bucks. Ooh, the orchids. Honestly, not bad for $14, but I'm still waiting to find one on clearance because I kind of want to do a little rescue project. $17 for this little hanging basket here. It's looking a little sad though, so I kind of just glossed over it, but for good reason this time. Another really full syngonium. This was the white butterfly. This one is actually on my wish list, but again, I'm not planning on spending money today, so I did leave it behind, but it was 20 bucks. This is a ficus, apparently. I had no idea. At first, I thought it was English ivy, but the shape was wrong. So, yeah, it's a ficus. Really cute. Do we all do this, or am I just that person who has to touch every single leaf? Like, am I the weirdo, or are we all the same plant parent? Because I have to touch the leaves. I have to. Lots of succulents, some cacti, some haworthia. I loved these super fuzzy ones. I think they're called the prickly pear snow cactus. 25 bucks. I loved it. It's so interesting to touch. It feels like it's like got a bunch of polyfill or like that cotton filling that you find in stuffed animals attached to it, but that's just how it grows. Okay, cacti collectors, I'm looking at you. I don't own a single cactus. I do have some succulents, so I'm kind of sort of well versed in how to take care of plants that don't need a lot of water and that might need more of a brighter light situation, but tell me which ones are must-haves because some of these look so cool to me, and the more I look at them, the more they're becoming intriguing. So I need recommendations in the comments as soon as possible. Maybe some that grow quickly or that bloom or anything interesting. Whatever you guys recommend, let me know below. I'm counting on you guys. Heavily considered this Monstera once again because I don't have any. So crazy, but I will get one of these days. I love a unique cover pot. Sometimes I buy a clearance plant just because I want the pot and it's worth it. A few hanging baskets of the goldfish plant. It's actually really cute when it blooms. It has these little tiny orange blooms that end up looking like goldfish from far away, so definitely recommend. Look it up if you can. I did find a few Hoyas here from the Leaf Joy brand, proven winners. Again, though, I've said this before, but the fact that they don't use the common name for their Hoyas always makes me second guess what I'm buying because since I don't know every single Hoya, obviously, I never really know if what I'm buying is something unique or whatever because they always have these random names that they assign to them, but it's still nice to look at. And then we are at the overpriced water propagation stations. I think these are so insane for them to be selling for that much. It's just water and a little glass thing, but to each their own, I guess. This was something I've never even seen before. This was a ficus hybrid. The leaves felt really interesting too, almost like leather. I had to stop here because I have to make a terrarium soon. I'm so intrigued, especially by the cost of these, because I think, again, it's just really the price of the vessel that you're paying for, because the plants inside are not worth that much money. I see Hoya, Fittonia, maybe some Dracaena in there. Definitely not worth that price tag. But I really want to try, making my own. So that is going to be coming soon. Look out for that on my channel. More water propagations. Literally, you can get that vessel at Dollar Tree for like $1.25 or whatever it is right now. Some water, and you can propagate your own plant and definitely make it. This one, however, again, I will admit, is really cool. I've said this one before, but the little globe is definitely unique. I like that. But not for $16. Anyways, that was all for Home Depot. Now moving on to Lowe's. I like to hit them both in the same day just to see if they are keeping up with each other or what they got. And my favorite thing about Lowe's is that they have clearance. I have noticed that for the last few weeks, mostly what's on sale is succulents, though. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I own several. I love a good succulent. There's just nothing that I have to have or that I'm super intrigued by right now. So either way, though, pretty cool. If you're looking to get into succulents or you just want more of them, I definitely suggest going on this off-season kind of after summer before winter situation, because that is where I got my first ever succulents. I waited until now, but a different year, and I got this huge variety bucket of succulents, and I'm happy to report that most of them are still alive. All right, now on to the main section. Lowe's was looking okay. Definitely a much smaller section for plants than the Home Depot had, for sure. But the plants here were pretty healthy. A nice Homalomena Selby down there. I have this one at home, actually. Beautiful Marantas. I don't actually own any of these, but I've been asking for recommendations, and someone told me to get one and throw it immediately into my bathroom. The plants I do have in my bathroom are absolutely thriving, so if I do get one, which I'm hoping to get a lemon lime Maranta, I think that's exactly where it's going to go, right from the jump. Okay, this is absolutely the red car theory in effect, because more monsteras, they're literally following me around now. There was a point in time at the very beginning of my houseplant journey that I couldn't find a single monstera at all in the big box shops, and now I'm seeing them everywhere. Every time I go, at least one or two per store. So mark my words, I will be getting one. This one was actually super full, and I was really heavily considering that one. It looked better than the ones at the Home Depot, but again, I was trying to just shop around, window shop, and not actually purchase anything today. So they had a little deal there for select plants, 25% off. Very tempting. Ooh, the Ficus shiveriana. I love, love, love this ficus, and I definitely want another one. I have one that's doing pretty good already, and they're just so pretty. Every leaf is so unique. I absolutely love it. A super pretty philodendron ring of fire. I have one. I got it as a surprise plant when I ordered something online, and it's one of my favorite plants right now. It throws out these cute little baby plants from the base, and someone recently told me it's overrated, but I was like, I don't care. I love this. This is a really cool plant. I always see people with this one, and their leaves are massive. I want to say this is a philodendron bilietiae or something like that. It was 25 bucks. I'm not sure if it's part of that 25% off sale. Either way, I think this was a good deal. Very intriguing. If you own this one, let me know if it lives up to the hype, because I always see it and I'm always curious about it because I love the big leaves that it can get. A beautiful bird of paradise, which if I had a spot for it, I would want one in my house like yesterday. Some more majesty palms. Look how cool this block with the glass in the middle is. I love the shape. I love everything about it. If this was ever on sale, I would snatch it up even if the plant inside was dead, because you can always replace the plant. But how cool is that? Actually, I liked all of these propagation vessels, stations, whatever you want to call it. Even the acorn, I thought it was kind of funny. At first I thought this was a begonia, but apparently it's a Panampalea, which is supposed to be super easygoing and pretty thirsty. So there's that. Okay, this is probably the plant that I for sure 100% regret leaving on this little shopping trip. This golden crocodile philodendron, so freaking pretty. 20 bucks. I think it was the same price as the ones at Home Depot, but this one looked really happy and healthy. Like, look at this color. Oh my goodness. I am 100% going back for it. Somebody convinced me. They said that theirs is doing amazing, and I said, say less. So I will be getting this one. Stay tuned. Super cute air plant holders once again. My absolute favorite though has to be this one that looks like a bust. I can just imagine it being used on a shelf, like a bookshelf, as a bookend, which makes a lot of sense to me, honestly, because they don't have to sit in water or substrate. You kind of just remove them to water them and then put them back. I feel like that would be ideal because that way you wouldn't risk any water damage on your books. Just doing a little bit more research for my future terrariums. I've been thrifting, looking for vessels. I found a few. One didn't have a lid, but obviously, as you can see, you don't have to have a lid, but it does help if you have high humidity plants to have some type of cover on them. But yeah, I can't not make one at this point, so that will be coming soon. Stay tuned. I've already got some materials lined up. All right, that is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed window shopping with me, and if you did, definitely give this video a like and a sub. It really helps my channel out. And if you haven't already, hit the notification bell as well, because I post weekly here on YouTube, all kinds of planty things. And once again, let me know what plants you would have picked up, the ones that I left behind, either from Home Depot or Lowe's. And if you are a cacti person, please give me some good recommendations, because I don't own any, but I am definitely intrigued. So anyways, thank you in advance, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.